NFL Sunday recap. Just to recap. Just to recap from what I just seen today. First off, Tua is MVP, man. He is MVP. 70 points today. 70. Beat Russell Wilson by 50. You can't tell me Russell Wilson ain't washed up, man. He just lost by 50 points. 50. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Dallas about to lose. That's crazy, too. It's crazy. Dallas looked unstoppable the first 2 weeks. I'm talking about the defense was on point, getting interceptions, picks to the house, all that shit. And then here we come today. That's why they say any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday, anybody can beat you. It don't matter who you is. Any given Sunday, anybody can beat you. And it ain't like Dak having a bad game. He got 271 yards passing and a touchdown. It's Dallas defense, man. They can't stop Arizona. Arizona doing whatever they want to do on Dallas D. And it's always like that, man. When you go to a team that's 0-2 and they thirsty, they trying to get their first win in the NFL, they going to play you hard, man. They going to play you hard because they trying to win. They want to win. Then I want to talk about the debacle that happened up there in Minnesota today with Kirk Cousins. It's like 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock running down. He got a first down. He don't spike the football. He's sitting up there trying to call a play, and the clock steady rolling. He don't play. I mean, he was supposed to spike the football, stop the clock. It's like it would have been like 17 seconds left. You would have had like at least 3 shots at the end zone. And he threw a pick. He threw a pick, man. Kirk Cousins is terrible, man. He getting paid $28 million. Yeah, Arizona offense line looking real good. But Kirk Cousins getting paid $28 million. Damn, dude, just beasted. Dallas running back just beasted through the defense. He getting paid $28 million, and the Minnesota Vikings are 0-3. And I'm gonna have to put that on. Kirk Cousins. He know better. He know you're supposed to spike that ball, man. He was supposed to spike that ball. But I'm not a Minnesota Vikings fan, but I did not like what I seen today. I ain't never had no faith in Kirk Cousins. He can't take you to the promised land. Kirk Cousins can't take you to the promised land. You will never see Kirk Cousins playing in the Super Bowl and shit. Like, you will never see that because he ain't that type of quarterback. All them goddamn weapons he got, man. You know, Pro Football Focus said that Justin Jefferson was the second best player in the whole entire NFL. Why is he 0-3 then? If he the second best player in the whole NFL, why is y'all 0-3? That's what I want to know. Why? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I think Dallas just got called for. Yeah, they just got called for a holding. Yeah, they're gonna lose this game. Dallas gonna lose this, and I can't believe. Well, I can't believe they was a 13-point favorite because they was undefeated. But Arizona looking like Dallas on defense. Huh. Dude pushed him out of bounds. The Chicago Bears they getting blown out right now. Last time I checked and looked at the score, it was 41-0. Yeah, they was getting blown out 41-0. Justin Fields is not an NFL quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback, man. He always running, which I don't blame him either because he don't have an offensive line. Like they never built that offensive line up to protect him. And then they ain't got no weapons out there for him. But he been in the league now almost 4 years now. I don't think he'll ever be an elite quarterback. I don't think Justin Fields will ever be an elite quarterback. I don't think that'll ever happen. Plus, you go to an organization that's not known for quarterbacks. I can't even tell you the last time I seen a good quarterback in Chicago. I have to go all the way back to and what's that dude that took him to the Super Bowl? He was a quarterback out of Florida. I forgot his name, man. He made it to the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning. It was Chicago Bears and Indianapolis Colts. He made it to the Super Bowl, but I forgot his name, man. It's crazy, man. Well, Dak Prescott just turned the ball over at the goal line too. He threw a pick. Dallas going down. Today been a crazy day, man. You had the blowout in Miami. You had Lamar Jackson losing. You had the Washington Commanders got blown out. I had the Washington Commanders as one of my plays. I took them with the 6.5 and shit. I thought this was a trap spot for Buffalo. I thought that was a trap spot for Buffalo, and they proved me wrong. They proved me wrong. Sam Howell, the quarterback for the Washington Commanders, he had 4 turnovers. He threw 4 picks today. He was completely terrible, trash today. 4 picks. And it ain't like the Buffalo Bills got an outstanding defense. They got a mediocre defense, and they got 4 picks today. Number one, dude is a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is a rookie. But damn, 4? That was a disaster today. Let's see who else I have. Green Bay came back. From the grace of God, they came out of nowhere and came back and won that game. The Tennessee Titans, I'm very disappointed in the Tennessee Titans. I think Derrick Henry washed up, man. He's slow. Like, every time I seen him giving the ball, he was slow coming out the backfield, man. I think all them hits and carries been caught up with Derrick Henry, man. He done caught up with him. He looked like an old, slow man out there. He looked like me out there trying to carry a football, man. That's crazy, man. Derrick Henry was slow today, man. I think he had two rushes in the first half. It's over with for Derrick Henry, man. It's over, man. I think next year he'll be out the league next year. I think they'll stick with him just because of loyalty purposes, but I don't think he'll be in the league next year. Tennessee looked terrible today. And then what's up with the quarterback up there in Tennessee, man? I thought Tennessee drafted a quarterback in the draft. They need to put that rookie in there, man. It's time, man. Ryan Tannehill can't get the job done, man. He can't get the job done. They keep putting that guy out there, man. He can't get the goddamn job done, man. They need to move on from him. They need to move on from Derrick Henry. It's over with. You need to go find you another running back. His great days are past. It's over. The Cleveland Browns for real, man. Cleveland Browns for real in the mug, man. Yeah, you're right. You did tell me about Arizona, man. You did tell me about Arizona. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Dak turned the ball over. He keep turning the ball. I think he had 1 turnover, but that was in the end zone. Arizona about to get their first win today, man. This is a big upset right here. This is a big upset. We talking about a 13-point underdog. The Arizona Cardinals was a 13-point underdog, and they about to win this game. That's what I love about the NFL, because anybody can beat you. Anybody can beat you. It don't matter, right? And you just see it today. On any given Sunday, anybody can beat you. I did not see this coming, man. I thought Dallas was going to come up here and shut Arizona down. Arizona exposing them. They had the number 1 defense coming into to this game. Dallas Cowboys had the number 1 defense, and they getting shredded by an 0-2 team. Joshua Dobbs. you down double digits to Joshua Dobbs, and I don't even know who the running back is, or Connor. I don't even know who the pieces is to that team, like that squad, man. I thought Arizona was supposed to be tanking for Caleb Williams. Like they ain't supposed to be winning. They supposed to be losing. Yeah, man, Cleveland for real, man. That defense is for real, bro. Like that defense is for real. Like they can shut you down from the D line. The linebackers are tackling machines. Then they got the corners back there that's locking everything up. Like I said, week 1, Denzel Ward locked Jamar Chase down. He had him on lock. Jamar Chase couldn't get nothing off. I don't even think he had a catch in that game. Like I don't even think Jamar Chase had a catch in that game, man. Denzel Ward, the corner for Cleveland Browns, he's a lockdown corner, man. You can put him on any top #1 receiver in the league, and he can take him away. He can take him away, man. The Cleveland Browns got a great defense, man. They just need Deshaun Watson just doing just enough to get them by. I love the Cleveland Browns defense, man. I love that defense. I will put that defense up against anything in the NFL. That defense is legit. It's legit, man. And Cleveland, they got a whole bunch of weapons, man. I was watching them today. They got two tight ends. You know, that Nick Chubb injury, that was crucial, but they got a rookie. His name Ford. Man, dude looked real good today. I'm like, shit, dude he ain't gonna make you forget about Nick Chubb, but hey, dude, nice. His name Ford. He a rookie. He nice. Cleveland always do good in the draft. That's one thing I learned about Cleveland. When they go in the draft, they always get pieces in the draft. Right. You're right about that, because ain't nobody putting no respect on Baker Mayfield's name. All he doing is keep winning, man. All Baker Mayfield doing is winning, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? He just winning. He winning, right? You got a big game tomorrow, though. That's a big game tomorrow against the Philadelphia Eagles. But shit, on any given day, anybody can go down. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no lock. Like you ain't no lock to get a win tomorrow. I did see Philadelphia was looking shaky up there in New England until they pulled away in the fourth quarter. Like that shit was tight all the way to the fourth quarter, and then they pulled away with a couple of late field goals to pull away. But I got hella respect for Baker Mayfield. All he doing is working. He working for that check. Baker Mayfield working for that check, man. He trying to get that franchise money, man. And right now, he earning that check right now. Man. If he keep winning, they gonna pay him in the offseason. He gonna get that check he was looking for. He gonna get that check that he was looking for, man. Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers in Vegas tonight. I like Vegas tonight over Pittsburgh. I'm not sold on Pittsburgh, man. Even though they beat Cleveland, I'm not sold on the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I'm not sold on Kenny Pickett. I'm not sold. I told you about Najee Harris. I looked up his rushing stats too. And remember, I was saying, when was the last time Najee Harris had 100 yards rushing? He only got 400-yard rushing games in his whole career. He only got 4 of them. So that lets you know, man, Najee Harris ain't the answer at running back, man. Oh, he came out of Alabama. He played at Alabama with Bryce Young. Yeah, Ford, nice, man. He nice. He could catch the ball out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can go between the tackles. Dude, nice, man. He real nice. He real nice, man. Like I told you, Cleveland always be getting jewels in the draft, man. They always be getting jewels in the draft. Like Cleveland Browns, they know how to draft. But they got 2 tight ends. That dude Ford, he gonna get more playing time because he real nice. He be sitting on the sidelines. Then he ain't gonna be sitting on the sidelines a lot. He gonna be in the game. He should be their #1 back right now. Cowboys to beat the Patriots. Yeah, I mean, ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. I gotta wait until we get closer to Sunday to really break down the matchups and stuff, man. But shit, they might do. Dallas might do beat New England. But I had to take back what I said earlier that I thought Mac Jones was the worst quarterback in the NFL. It's Zach. It's Zach from the Jets. He is the weakest quarterback that's playing quarterback in the NFL, man. Like that dude is garbage, bro. Zach Wilson for the Jets. I hate when the NFL go overseas, man. I hate that shit, bro. Like, why you gotta take a team all the way to motherfucking London? I heard earlier that they was gonna be having games in Brazil. Like, and next year they're gonna have a game in Brazil. They're gonna put a game in Europe, and it was another country that they was gonna go to. I'm like, why is you taking the NFL over there? Like, why is an NFL team going all the way to motherfucking Brazil to play a game? Like, why? Like, Brazil ain't got TVs or something? They ain't got no TVs over there in Brazil or something, man? Come on, man. Right. But you best believe the NFL getting a shitload of money for going all the way to Brazil. They getting a stupid bag to go out there. All right. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. All right. I know the NFL paying for everything, but that's crazy, man. You know how long of a flight that is from depending on what city you in. That's a long flight, man. To go all the way to Brazil and then you got to come back. All right. Hey, CJ Stroud looked nice today. CJ Stroud looked real nice today, man. He beat Trevor Lawrence. Not only did he beat Trevor Lawrence, he blew Trevor Lawrence out. That was shocking today. That was a shocking win right there because I didn't think the Texans were going to be able to. I didn't think they was going to beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. There's some serious problems in Jacksonville right now, man. You put up 9 points last week against Kansas City, and then you come back this week with a division opponent, and they only put up, 17 points, and then you gave up 35. Something is going on in in Jacksonville, man. Trevor Lawrence, he should be better than this, man. He should be better than this, man. It looked like he regressing. It looked like Trevor Lawrence regressing when he's supposed to be progressing. He going backwards. I don't like what I'm seeing in Jacksonville right now. I don't like that, bro. I don't like it. I had Jacksonville get into the playoffs this year. I don't think that's going to happen. And that's crazy because their division is weak. But by them losing to Jacksonville today, losing to the Texans today, C.J. Stroud might get in there. That's crazy. C.J. Stroud might make the playoffs. Well, he for sure offensive rookie of the week this week for sure. He got to put up both. He got to keep putting up numbers that he put up today. He got to keep doing that for the rest of this year for him to win offensive rookie of the year. But then he gonna be rumbling with Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson looked real good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like Anthony Richardson coming in this draft because I saw all that shit down in Florida. I was like, I didn't think that was gonna translate to the next level. But he looking good. He looking good so far. He ain't turned the ball over. He looking real good right now, man. He looking real good. I just got to see more. I need to see more out of him. I need to see more. They play the Rams this week. Colts and the Rams. Right. Yeah, shit. Something is going on in Jacksonville, man. I don't know what it is, man. Something going on, man. You were supposed to beat the Texans, man. And then they didn't even start scoring until the second half of the game. They went into halftime with a goose egg. Like Trevor Lawrence, you had 2 quarters, first and the second quarter, to put points on the board, and you put up a goose egg in the first half. Something is seriously going on in Jacksonville. I don't know what it is, but something going on. You're supposed to be 2-0 right now. We're 2-1 because you lost to Kansas City. I know you weren't gonna beat Kansas City, but they should be 2-1 right now. Now they're showing the highlights of the Kansas City and Chicago. Oh, Kansas City won 41-10. They won by 31 points. Yeah, Justin Fields, man. I don't know what to say about him, man. I don't know what to say about him. I guess he just a product of he got drafted by the wrong organization, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, some players when you come to an organization, you get drafted by the wrong organization that got a history of not doing nothing. And I'm trying to think of the last quarterback that the Chicago Bears had that was worth anything. And the only guy I can think of was the guy who was the quarterback that took the Chicago Bears to he took them to the Super Bowl. They lost to Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. I forgot his name. He came out of Florida. He was their starting quarterback. He got them all the way to the Super Bowl. And they lost. They got blown out. Man, I don't care about that. That's some groupie stuff. I don't care about that shit, man. I care about wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Like they can miss me with they can miss me with that Taylor Swift shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Football, that's the only thing I care about. Football. I don't care about none of that extra shit that they was talking about on the sideline. I don't care that chick was up in the building. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, only thing I cared about was the skull. That's the only thing I cared about was the skull. What was the skull? No, it wasn't Tim Tebow. No, it wasn't Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow ain't never played in no Super Bowl, man. He played in the Super Bowl. New England, they showing the New England highlights and shit. 15-10. That's crazy, man. 15-10. Oh, they showing this massacre in Miami. Tua's MVP, man. He don't win the MVP. He just got to stay healthy. If he stay healthy all year, keep playing like this, he gonna win MVP, man. Yeah, Rex Grossman. You right about that. Exactly who it was and shit. Rex Grossman. Yup, it was Rex Grossman and shit. He went out there and got blown out by Peyton Manning. That was Peyton Manning's first championship against Rex Grossman. Deshaun Watson. He did whatever he wanted to do against Tennessee today. What year was it? I think it was I'm gonna say 2015. I know it was Manning's first title. It was his first championship, so I'm gonna have to say 2015, 2015, 2014. It was one of those years. They got to the Super Bowl and got blown out. He wasn't even a starter. I think he was the backup. Somebody else was a starter. Right. I think somebody else was a starter. What's that guy? Jake. I think it was Jake Plummer was the starter. I think Jake Plummer was the starter. He got injured in the NFC Championship game, and then Rex Grossman came in and finished the game off and got the win. And then they went on to the Super Bowl and got blown out by the Colts. Peyton Manning blew them out. He got his first championship against the Colts. See, I remember these Super Bowls, man, like it was yesterday. I just don't be remembering the names and all that, but I be remembering them, though. The only thing I regret this weekend is taking Clemson. Taking Clemson this weekend, man. That's my only regret for the whole weekend is taking Clemson, man. Clemson win that game, I win 7 bands. That's all I needed was Clemson to win, and I win 7 bands, man. Yeah, dude, nice too. Devion Action. Yeah, he nice. And you know what else? Hey, man, dude ran for 200 yards today. Devion Axe, he ran for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns today. I think 205. Hey, if I'm the Denver Broncos, man, I'm firing the defensive coordinator, man. Like he wouldn't even came back with me to the hotel room. Like I'd have fired him right after the game. Like right after the game, he would have got fired. There's no way in hell I'm gonna keep a defensive coordinator on my team after he gave up 70 points. Russell Wilson washed up, man. He washed up, bro. He washed up, man. You got beat by 50, man. That's crazy. And you know what? I don't think they're gonna fire him. I don't think they're gonna fire dude. Dude gonna be coaching next week and shit. He gonna coach next week. I guarantee you, they ain't gonna fire that motherfucker. They ain't gonna fire him. Yeah, yeah. Dude, he got his first win today. Arizona looked good today, man. But that's just one day. That's just one game. No, I was saying Arizona. I'm like Arizona. They won one game today. That today was their first win. But they supposed to be tanking. They ain't trying to win. Like they want the number one pick, man. They ain't trying to win. You know what I'm saying? Like they about to move on from Kyler Murray, man. They don't want Kyler Murray there, bro. They don't want him there, man. He ain't no leader. I ain't even seen the matchups yet. I seen I got the spreads. I just ain't like sat down and like did my research and stuff like that. Like just off first glance, just glancing at him, I wrote a couple of notes down. Let me go to my notes real quick. Let me go to my notes real quick. Just first glance looking at this, I like Kentucky over Vanderbilt. I like Kentucky because Vanderbilt is garbage, straight garbage. I know, yeah, it was Kentucky was one of them, and then I like Alabama this week too, man. I like Alabama too, but I don't know if I don't if the spread is 14 and a half. I don't know if I lay that on the road with Alabama. Shit, 14 and a half. I'm like, shit, by the time Thursday, Friday get here, the spread might be touching 20 some points by the time Saturday get here. Hell yeah, motherfuckers is going bald and shit. Yeah, they is losing their hair and shit. Oh, USC in Colorado Saturday. They just showed the commercial. Dion gonna be all right, man. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. You know, he gonna be all right. I still wasn't impressed, even though Oregon won the game. I still wasn't impressed with Oregon. I wasn't impressed with Bo Nix. I wasn't impressed with that shit. I wasn't impressed with that, man. I need to see Oregon play somebody. Oregon ain't played nobody yet, man. Now, we never had Colorado up there with USC and Washington State, and all them other teams that's in the Pac-12. We didn't have them up there with them. So, you know, Prime losing to Oregon. We know he's gonna lose to Oregon. He don't have the horses to compete with Oregon and USC. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Prime gonna have some horses on his team next year. I guarantee you that. He gonna go in a transfer portal and go get some dogs to add to the other dogs that he got. Colorado gonna be good next year. Next year is the year where we're gonna be like, can they win? Can they win? 6, 7, 8 games next year? Notre Dame and Duke. shit. Uh, that might be a game. That might be a game because Duke ain't no slouch. That's crazy. We talk about Duke football like they Alabama or somebody and shit. Right? But they look good right now. They look real good right now, man. Like, they look real good, man. We gonna see. We gonna see if they for real. If they for real, they should beat Notre Dame. If Duke for real, they should beat Notre Dame. But I don't know. See Notre Dame lose like that at home. I heard they only had 10 guys on the field. They had 10 players on the field on the last 2 plays of the game. Who fault is that? Who fault is that? That got to be the coach's fault, man. You're supposed to count your players, man. You're supposed to count your players that's supposed to get out there, man. And you let Ohio State get them last 2 plays off when you only got 10 guys on the field. Yeah, I like Louisville too. James Madison in South Alabama. James Madison looking real good right now. Shit. That sounds like a conference game. James Madison versus South Alabama. That got to be a conference game right there. Who Tulane play? I know they didn't look impressive Saturday, man. They had their starting quarterback back too, and they ain't even cover the spread. And they was playing some scrubs. They was playing a Division II school and couldn't even cover the spread. I think the spread was 37. They only won by I think 25. So that tells me right there that Tulane offense is not explosive. Like, cause I mean, when you playing a Division II school and the odds makers set your spread at 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, you supposed to cover that shit, man, when you playing a Division II school, man. All right, you're supposed to cover that. If you can't cover a spread playing a Division II school, then when you play something real, you're gonna get blown out. Just like Tulane, they got blew out by Ole Miss. Ole Miss blew them out. They was right there with Ole Miss until the third quarter came, and then that's when they got blown out. Seattle beat Carolina by 10, 37-27. Penn State, Northwestern, man. Penn State all goddamn day. See, Northwestern, they could beat them little small schools who they just played this weekend. They got a win over somebody this weekend. Minnesota. Yeah, they beat Minnesota this weekend. They beat Minnesota this weekend. They was a 12.5 point underdogs, and they beat Minnesota. They ain't beating no Penn State. I got Penn State as the best team in the Big Ten right now. They the best team in the Big Ten, bro. Penn State, bro. Real talk, man. Penn State, hands down. They showing that Washington bullshit. Washington debacle. 4 motherfucking Vicks. Jonathan. Oh, his name Jonathan. Damn, they just showed his motherfucking name and shit. That's Jonathan. Jonathan Gamble. So that got to be Rich Gannon's. That got to be his son or something. That got to be Rich Gannon's son. Boston College. What about Boston College? Who Boston College play? I just got the spreads in front of me. I don't have the matchups in front of me though. I ain't got the matchups. Carolina 0-3. And then they said Bryce Young might not play next week either. They said he's still hurt. So you might not see Bryce Young next week. Andy Dalton, 361, 2 touches. Shit, that's good for a backup. First 0-3 start since 2010. Allowed 130 plus rushing yards, 13 penalties, 8 false starts. Damn. False starts mean you undisciplined on a defensive, on the offensive line and shit. Hey man, hey, I'm gonna tell you something about this team right there, man. You just put up there, man. Rice is a covering machine, man. They're a covering machine, bro. They be covering spreads like a motherfucker, man. The only thing I don't like about Rice is I like him as an underdog. I don't like him as a favorite and shit. Like I don't like him as a favorite, bro. Like they roll is great as an underdog. When they a favorite, I don't know about that shit. Boston College, oh man, Virginia is garbage, man. Well, I ain't gonna say they garbage. But they ain't a good team. Because they did cover the spread for me this week. So I ain't even mad at Virginia. They covered the spread for me this week, but I don't think they're gonna beat Boston College though. Then again, Boston College ain't a good team, like for real. Boston College and Virginia, like they both like on the same level. You know what I'm saying? They both on the same level. They both on the same level, man. Both mediocre. I don't even think Virginia got to win this year. I think they 0-3. No, they do got to win. They beat a Division II school, so they got 1 win. I don't think Boston College got to win. I think they got 1 win. I think they got 1 win. Lamar Jackson losing at home and shit. Yeah, JT Daniels, hey, he down there covering spreads, man. But I like him as an underdog. I don't like him as the favorite. That's my thing. Like I don't like Rice as a favorite. They supposed to be an underdog. And I think they favored this week. And I don't like him as a favorite. I like him as an underdog role. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like him as no favorite, man. They might not cover the spread being a favorite. They might lose the game outright. Like they might lose to Virginia. Like that's how suspect Boston College is. Like they might lose that game, even though they the favorite. They might lose that game, man. I'll be in the lab all night tonight, man. Doing research in college football, man. I'm still sick about that goddamn Clemson game, man. I'm still sick about that, man. I get that win. That's $8,000, man. And I thought I had that shit when Clemson was they was about to kick a field goal in the fourth quarter with like a minute left. I thought I had that shit, man. This motherfucker went out there, missed the goddamn field goal, man. He missed that shit. And this was some easy shit too, like 25 feet. I think it was a 25. They was only like 25 feet away from the goal post. So it was a 25-yard field goal, and dude missed that shit. He hit that kick. I went 8,000. Then I thought I had a shot in overtime. Like when they went to overtime, I'm like, okay, both teams get the ball in overtime. Let's, maybe, you know what I'm saying, Clemson can somehow outlast Florida State in overtime. No, that wasn't the case, bro. Like, Clemson is a terrible team, man. Like that team, I'm not sold on that quarterback. They ain't got no run game. Like Clemson used to have, I'm used to Clemson having, one or two running backs, receivers all over the field, and a great quarterback. And it seemed like Dabo Swinney done fell off, man. He done fell off, man. He fell all the way off, man. Right, he fell all the way off. That quarterback he got, man, I don't trust that dude, man. I don't trust him, man, at all, man. Cade Klubnik, I don't trust him at all. So now that they out of the national championship hunt, they out of the SEC, out of the ACC championship hunt. I don't know. Right now they playing for pride now, right? Because they ain't got nothing to play for. You ain't got nothing to play for. There go two more garbage teams, Arkansas State and UMass. Like, man, they both garbage, man. Two garbage. I don't like betting on games like that because there's too many unknowns. Like, both of those teams are garbage. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can win that game. Yeah, yup. It was a 10-leg parlay. I had 9 legs in. I just needed Clemson to get that win, man. I took Clemson on the money line. I took Clemson on the money line. I almost took him with a touchdown in the hook. That's what I should have did. I should have put that game on alternative line, and then I should have got that touchdown in the hook, just in case they lose by a touchdown. I'll still win the game. Yeah, I'm still sick about that, man. Even though, I won a couple of dollars in the NFL today with the Kirk Cousins passing prop. You won some money in Major League Baseball today, but I'm sick about that shit, man. I was right there. I was at the door. I was at the door, man. Damn. Get it right. I'll get it right this weekend, man. This weekend coming up, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna put another 10-teamer in for this weekend. I'm gonna get that shit right, man. One game away, man. Yeah, Missouri and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt garbage. They ain't covered the spread all year. I think Vandy is like 0-3 against the spread. I mean, they've been getting big points too. They was getting double digits at home and couldn't cover the spread. Right. They got 14 and a half points and didn't even cover that shit. Then the week before that, Vandy had got, I think, 17 points or 18 points. They didn't cover that spread. Right. They 0-3 against the spread. Vandy ain't covering no spreads. Maryland and Missouri. We'll see, man. It's still early in the week. You know what I'm saying? Still early in the week. I got to do some research on these games before I sit down and pick out who I'm gonna take. I got to do some research. Yeah, gotta do my research first, man. Before I nail it all down, let me do this research first. It was just a wild day in the NFL, man. Wild day in the NFL today. They showing the Colts beating Baltimore. That was another upset. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. Minshew got to win over Baltimore. Damn, that's crazy. Hell yeah, you got to pay. Yeah, you got to pay taxes on it. Anything. Well, because it ain't over 10,000. Right, anything over 10,000, you got to report that. 8,000, you ain't got to report 8,000. It's anything over 10,000. You gotta pay taxes on it. But shit, who cares about taxes when you got 8 bands, 10,000? You got $10,000, man. You know, Uncle Sam probably only gonna want about 1,500 out of that, depending on what your tax bracket is. You know, Uncle Sam, if you win $10,000, you only gonna have to give me about $1,500 of that money, man. $2,000. Like I said, depending on your tax bracket. Yeah, but anything over 10,000, plus they got to report that. They got to report that to the IRS. Like if you win 10,000 on the app, they gonna report that shit to the IRS. New Mexico on Wyoming, I ain't even gonna put no money on that. I stay away from games like that. It's only been 4 teams to score 70 points in the NFL. In the whole history of the NFL, it's only been 4 teams to score 70 points. And Miami Dolphins was one of them. they showing that Miami and Denver game. Hey man, this is crazy, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this, bro. Like, damn, they said they quit on Sean Payton today and shit. They say they you had to quit, man. To give up 70 points on defense, man, y'all had to quit, man, for real. Y'all had to quit, man, because that's you don't see shit like that every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a team scoring 70 points like that, bro. This is my first time ever seeing a team in the NFL score 70 points. I ain't never seen nobody score 70 points until today. But they gave up on defense, man. Like, I mean, if I'm the head coach, man, you gotta fire the defensive coordinator, man. You gotta show your team that you know what I'm saying, you mean business, man. And if they keep that guy on the team, then you know what I'm saying, then the players they probably gonna do that shit again next week. Whoever they play next week, don't play no defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, no players trying to get somebody fired. Like when your team quit, somebody gotta get fired, bro. Like I I would love to see the press conference for the Denver Broncos coach. Like when I get off here, I'm gonna Google up that press conference of the Denver Broncos coach. I want to see what the fuck he got to say about that today, man. That was total disrespect today. Nah, hell nah, they ain't gonna cut you off. Man, 100,000 ain't shit to 100,000 ain't nothing to a sports book, man. That ain't shit to a sports book, man. They wipe $100 bills with that shit. 100,000 ain't nothing. That's chump change to a sports book. 100,000 is chump change to a sports book. They ain't gonna cut you off because you won 100,000. If anything, they know you're gonna come back because you just won 100,000. They know you're gonna come back, so they ain't gonna cut you off. I think the only way the sports books would cut you off, like if you was winning like 100,000 a day, like say if you was winning 100 bands a day, every day you was smacking them for 100,000 a day. I think they'll cut you off then. You know what I'm saying? If you cash out 100,000 every time you drop a bet and you win that bet every time, yeah, they'll cut you off. They hell yeah, right. Now if you win 100,000 a day for like 3, 4, 5 days in a row, first of all, they're gonna send the IRS at you and shit. The IRS gonna be knocking at your door. Like, yeah, this sports book told us. They gave us this paperwork because you know they keep all the stats in the servers. NHL starts play this week. I don't even get off into the NHL until playoffs, so I'm not a real big NHL fan. I am when the playoffs start, but not during the regular season. I ain't no fan in the regular season. I won't be betting on NHL until playoffs. Because I need to see who is what. You know what I'm saying? When you first start off in NHL, you know, it's a whole bunch of teams that can win. So I wait until playoffs when I know everybody is for real. You know, they might not go as hard in the regular season because it's a regular season game. You know what I'm saying? So I just wait for playoffs for NHL. Oh, this game about to start off. All right, man. Let me get off here, man. I'll be back. Let me see. What's today? Sunday. Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday, man. I'll come back Wednesday and talk about these college games and a couple plays that I like. I gotta go do my research though. But I hope you have a great night tonight, and I'll see y'all Wednesday, man.